मङ्गलं परस्मै
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः को ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु।
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Namaste friends and viewers, this is Pradeep Kumar and I welcome you for this orientation of Ayurveda Diet and Nutrition course, and it's my pleasure here to give you information about this course and who should be joining this and what this course is all about. So first of all, I would like to introduce what is diet and nutrition. Ayurveda I have spoken a lot about in other videos. So if in your free time you can always go and check our YouTube channel, and if you like you can subscribe as well, but also you can watch a lot of videos on yoga and Ayurveda which we are constantly uploading, and it would be great if you keep supporting us by subscribing so that we know what people are liking and what to upload. Diet and nutrition is everything. I feel it's the most fundamental to our existence, and in Ayurveda we say that we are what we eat. So basically whatever nutrition that we get, nutrition is basically a scientific word which means that your body needs something to grow and develop. Your body needs to function properly, all your body system and all your organs, they need to function really well in equilibrium, in balance, because everything is connected as per yoga and Ayurveda. So there are certain foods that are conducive for our health and our existence, and there are certain food which we are not designed to eat. But due to ignorance and due to misinformation and food fads which are called, people have started eating all sort of things which definitely are not helping them, and they are not nutritious. It's connected a lot with their mind and the state of the mind, and also what's prevailing the society. But this course is an attempt to guide people to understand what is meant for them to eat, which keeps them healthy, happy and harmonious, and also they become efficient and effective in their work and in their life. So I was talking about nutrition because diet would be decided if your nutrition concepts are right. So if we don't understand what is nutrition, then of course our diet cannot be right. And this course is about giving an Ayurvedic perspective, because diet and nutrition is nothing new for us. We have been carrying this knowledge from generations in our own cultures, and also new things are coming up because we are having a cultural exchange when we are meeting people from different cultures and we are experimenting and trying with different foods. But in this course, or in this particular Ayurvedic course, the effort is actually how to use food as a medicine so that you don't have to take medicine. Nutrition is a holistic concept in Ayurveda. Nutrition is not something that you should eat something in excess and avoid or ignore other food which you basically need but you might not be knowing. So it is about awareness that what my body needs, and not just body. Why just body? Mind also, because food is connected to our consciousness, emotions, thought process, and how we feel in our body. You know, whether you feel lethargic, you feel active, or you feel dull. So it's basically very central to our health and existence. So Ayurveda says, Ayur means lifespan and Veda means the science, Vedic science, which helps us to have a long, healthy lifespan, because the purpose of the life has to be fulfilled. And I've already talked about the 4 pillars of our existence, which is Kam, and Arth, Moksha, and Dharma. So all these 4 pillars have to be fulfilled. Everything cannot be fulfilled in one entire human life, but then we take different lives in different birth. So basically, purpose is whatever life we have got, wherever we are born, whatever is our existence in this life, we have to make the most of it, and it starts from our health. So if we are not healthy, then we cannot really fulfill these 4 pillars. We cannot work efficiently, we cannot deliver our roles and responsibilities, our dharma, and we cannot even go and work and earn money, which we need, livelihood basically. So how Ayurveda views nutrition? Ayurveda says that it should be balanced. So we know the concept of balanced diet, but it goes ahead and talks about that you are not supposed to eat everything, because your body is different. Your body is made up of 5 elements, but still it is different, because those 5 elements is not exactly in the same combination in every human being. So basically we need to understand our body, that what we need more and what is less and what is lacking, and accordingly we have to adjust our diet. We also have to adjust our diet based on different other factors, which I'm going to cover in this small introduction orientation. And then I will go and give you the details about the courses, which you can always find on the website. But in case if this is not enough, then you can also email us and write us so that we can keep guiding you. So this nutrition is very central, is very holistic. So we have to eat everything that goes in our system, in our body, nourishes our mind, body, and purifies our body, not only giving us energy, but also purifies us and cleanses it. So now we have to go for detoxification, or we have to go for some panchkarma treatments or different treatments to cleanse our body, because it has been burdened by so many doshas and toxins. But Ayurveda says that your body is designed to detoxify, and if you eat as per your body, as per the Ayurvedic wisdom, yogic wisdom as well, then your body doesn't need a detoxification separately as a treatment or as regimen. It would happen on its own. So this wisdom is very important. And it also says that based on your constitution. So I cannot cover all the basics of Ayurveda here, but Ayurveda you have Vata, Pitta and Kapha and combination of doshas. So based on your constitution, what food you should be eating at what particular day of the time of the day and in what particular season. So it is quite detailed. So one thing that you eat in the morning might not be good for you to eat at night. One thing that you eat in summers might not be good for you to eat in winters. Vice versa, you know. So it is quite fascinating and amazing that how Ayurveda is so detailed but also so specific to a particular individual that it allows the person to stick to that diet and help to give all the nutrition, but also to eat for becoming healthy. So this is quite new age concept, because probably 20 years back people didn't have awareness. All they knew that just eat whatever is coming from the supermarket or whatever your mom is cooking. Your family has been having this knowledge. It runs from the family, it runs from the culture and societies. But then people started understanding that the food that we have been eating might not be so good, though we get used to it. So this is a science, this is a holistic nutrition science which allows us to understand that food is not just for giving us energy and making us to sustain and keep going, but it is also acting as a medicine if we eat it in a prescribed way, which is quite detailed, and that is definitely the part of this course where you understand everything in detail. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit in this course, and then you keep asking me if anything you want to know. And after nutrition, I want to come on diet. Of course, based on your nutrition awareness, you would choose your diet, and diet would not be fixed, diet would change. Because as I said that what you eat in the morning, you might not would like to eat at night as per Ayurveda. And also what you eat in winters, you might not eat in summers. So basically, food would change because food is basically a complete herb. I would call it a herb. I would call food is a herb because whatever goes in your body acts on your tissues, your cells, and your consciousness, and your thought process, and your mood, your emotions, everything. So I would call that we have to choose our food very wisely, and that's why we have to choose our diet very wisely. And it is quite detailed in this course. But after going through this course and after understanding this course, you will be able to integrate all this knowledge to use it for yourself at least, if not for others, because that takes a time. For that you have to really be interested in reading and trying and experimenting, applying, and that probably you can reach a level where you can become Ayurvedic holistic nutritionist, and you can recommend diet and give health consultations to people and definitely help people in being more healthy and happier. So let me walk you through a little bit about this course. I'll record a separate video on food, what is food, what is yogi diet, and what is Ayurvedic diet, and what is the significance of eating not just for our physical and mental clarity and strength, but also for spiritual progress and advancement in life. So this course has certain concepts which we would be covering here. First of all, you would walk through the basics, because without basics of Ayurveda, you cannot really go ahead. And the most fundamental basic of Ayurveda is Panchamahabhuta concept, that everything is made up of 5 elements, fundamentally. Even doshas are made up of 5 elements. So what are doshas? Doshas are Vata, Pitta and Kapha. These are main 3 doshas. And the combination you find 7 doshas, which is Vata, Pitta, Kapha and Kapha, Vata. And all 3 Vata, Pitta and Kapha, all 3 together. So based on the dosha, your diet would be decided. Okay, because dosha, we have to balance dosha through diet. And that is a fundamental principle of Ayurveda. Whether you take a medicine, whether you take a food, whether you drink a water, how much you sleep, how much physical work you do, how much mental work you do, what kind of clothes you wear based on what kind of environment or weather outside, everything has to be designed, everything has to be created so that your doshas can be in balance. If your dosha is not in balance, then it would vitiate tissues, which is dhatus. There are 7 dhatus in Ayurveda, and if those tissues are vitiated, then they will produce toxins. Those toxins will accumulate because they would not go out of the system, and they will block the channels. Channels are blocked, the vital fluids like blood and if let's say in the lungs, the air and oxygen, it would not flow. When they would not flow, the tissues would be deprived of the nutrition which they need. Like every cell needs all the nutrition passes to the tissues or cells to the blood. So when those channels would be blocked, the cells and tissues would be deprived, and those particular organs and systems would be affected, and that's how we call the disorder or diseases. Different individuals, different things would happen because different bodies have different tendencies, different sort of tissues or organ systems which are blocked. So here it is very important to understand that one food cannot be for everyone. Right? Our awareness, our knowledge about the food is very flawed because basically we pick food from advertisements and from magazines or from books, like let's say almonds, right? Almonds are superfood. Like milk is a superfood. When I grew up in India, milk was the only option, in vegetarian family. Milk is a source of protein, so keep drinking milk. It actually rather made me sick because I have a cough aggravated person. And being a cough aggravated person, when I kept drinking milk, I was having a cough, cold, allergy and complications. Extremely bad actually. And my mom could not figure it out somehow that even if she figured it out, she didn't have anything else to feed me with because milk was like, couldn't be replaced. It was cheap and nutritious, but it really didn't work for me. But it worked for my sister because she was not cough aggravated. So basically, if you eat food based on the knowledge that what kind of vitamin, minerals, protein, which is okay, I'm not against it, but it is very important that you would be able to get the most of the benefits of that food, let's say almonds or milk, if you can digest it in the first place. Because if you cannot digest it, then it's going to be working as a toxin or a poison in your system, and it would be sticking in your system somewhere and blocking the channels, which is helping in producing a metabolic waste as per Ayurveda, which is ama. Okay, and ama is the root cause of all the diseases, big or small. So my first argument is that be interested in superfoods, be interested in health supplements, be interested in which is a better option, organic or normal food, whatever. But if you are giving something to your body who is not really helping to balance your dosha, who is not really balancing the temperature of your body in which your metabolism works. Your metabolism works at a particular temperature. Even a human body has a temperature, a fixed temperature at which it functions. So what makes you believe that you can eat anything? Because every body is different. So some people have higher metabolism, some people have lower metabolism. Your state of your Agni, which is digestive fire, might be up and down. So based on that, if you are giving something which is worsening the situation, then that superfood is actually a super poison for you, and you should rather be happy not to having it. So eat what you can digest. Eat happily, in a good state of mind, like your food, chew it properly, enjoy it. And first and foremost, this course is not about eating happily, but there's a part of it. This food is more about selecting your food in the first place. Of course, after selecting, while cooking, what kind of energy you should be putting to your food, how you should be touching your food, and how you should be eating it, in what state of mind, that is equally important. But this course is more about selecting and choosing your food based on your doshas and your constitution. And you will definitely get this knowledge out of this course if you really study, if you focus and take interest in all the tutorials here. Then other most important thing is some basic knowledge that you would get. I would not call it basic, it is basic for me, but it is definitely not basic for everyone. In fact, people even don't know when they should drink water, whether they should drink cold water or warm water, and what time of the day they should drink warm water. Cold water should not be consumed by anyone. But also whether you should drink water in the middle of the food or before food and after food, because you might be doing something fundamentally wrong by just drinking the water at the wrong time. Let's say you are going to eat and you just had a cold water, and the digestive fire, which was supposed to get stronger, and you just put it off. So obviously there's no fire inside, so food is not going to be digested properly, and of course you would have indigestion. That is one thing. But you would also learn that based on which dosha, how much food you should eat in which particular time, in which particular season. So you would learn to make diet charts. You would learn to make diet charts based on what's available in your country, what's available in your locality, local food. And because we have a wide range of food charts and food stuff which can be customized for your own geography and location. But also you would learn to have a lot of sample charts and case studies. I will also solve the 2 case studies here, and as your course evaluation you have to submit 1 case study. Then you will be certified, of course, in that. So coming back to basics, what you will be finding in this course is fundamentals and Then of course we will come to the food part, actual food part, which is like categorized into different things like fruits, like vegetables, like spices, like condiments, then like sweeteners, herbs. So a lot of things are there, and you will understand it. Apart from that, you will also understand the characteristics of the food, which is like the attributes of the food. So what is the temperature of the food, right? For example, almond is a hot thing, onion is a hot thing, ginger is hot, but there are certain things like yogurt, it is cold, it has a cold potency, right? So you need to understand that what is the temperature of the food, because let's say if there's a cold outside, there's a cold weather, and you're eating a cold food, then probably it's not right for you, because your body wants warmth. So this is very, very simple basic knowledge in India, people have in different cultures also, but sometimes people don't apply that knowledge, or probably they're losing it very fast in the modern world. So this course is also going back to the basics, fundamentals, and getting to know the food attributes in terms of their temperature, their potency, in terms of nutrition for sure, but also in terms of their taste, because taste is a very important concept. So you will come to know about the different tastes. There are 6 different kinds of taste in Ayurveda. I will not go in detail, but it's a part of a course. So different tastes aggravate a different dosha. So that is also fascinating to work with taste when you decide the food. Apart from that, you would also get a chance to learn about the vipak, which is a secondary taste of the food. So in Ayurveda, basically the taste can differ. So when you put a food on your tongue and when you chew it and mix with your saliva, then you get a taste which is known as a primary taste. But when the food goes into your stomach and mixed with the juices, then due to some reactions, which is known as the chemical reactions, the food properties can change, and then it can taste something different. So that is also very important to consider, because the taste of the food has to do a lot with doshas, balancing. Because certain food with a peculiar taste, a specific taste, can actually aggravate or balance your doshas. So that is one thing you would learn here in a very systematic way. And apart from that, you would also learn the combined effect of the food. So for example, if you have designed a diet which is suitable for your constitution based on your symptoms or disorders, if you have any, then that particular diet should have a combined good effect as well. For example, you want to eat breakfast not just to get benefit from the breakfast, you also eat lunch, you also eat dinner, maybe you have some snacks in between. Everything throughout the day and day after day successively, that particular routine or diet, Ayurvedic diet, should work for you, should help you to feel lighter, it should be easily digestible, and also it should be eliminated from your system. Your stomach should be clean, and so that you feel fresh and active. So that's the first sign. If your digestive system is working good and the food is nourishing you, then you have optimum energy in your body, and your mind is active and alert, and you don't feel too lazy and you don't feel too hyperactive. You are balanced. So that combined effect would also be taught to you. We'll try to explain you that what food combinations in a diet can give you that combined effect, which is very important for us to understand. Then attributes of food. So basically there are different kind of different attributes of food based on their potency, their taste, their quality. Certain foods are therapeutic in nature, like a lot of food in Ayurveda, like a lot of spices in Ayurveda are actually herbs, which comes under the kitchen pharmacy actually. So those foods would be studied for its properties, that which particular food item helps you to give you a special effect. So that will come under the attributes of food. Then apart from that, you would design the diets based on the doshas, of course. So for example, if somebody is pitta aggravated and with the related symptoms, mental, physical, apparent symptoms or invisible symptoms, so based on those symptoms and any disorder if there, you would design a diet for a pitta aggravated person. likewise for kapha aggravated or vata aggravated. And sometimes there is a combination of two doshas which might be aggravated at the same time, not in the same degree, but let's say the pitta is aggravated more and then the vata is slightly more aggravated, but not so much, and kapha is balanced. So that is also very interesting to be able to design those diets for people who are having that kind of a constitution. So that would also be taught to you in this course. And we would also study the foods as based on the season, food based on the geographies or the location, because let's say I live in Goa and certain food like rice and coconut is freely available here. So it is good to eat those food because those food have certain enzymes and your body also has certain free enzymes, and those enzymes would like to interact with each other so that the process of digestion and absorption becomes easier. So that is a very fascinating thing, and people don't know about it. People try to eat all sorts of food imported from all over the world, but Ayurveda recommends you to eat what is locally grown, seasonal, fresh. Okay, fresh doesn't mean raw. I would also talk a little bit about the raw food so that you understand. So fresh doesn't mean raw. Fresh means that freshly cooked also. And when you consume food and you cook food and consume within 2 or 3 hours, and you don't refrigerate it for 2 or 3, 4 days. And also raw food, especially fruits and salads, you can enjoy. So it is very important that you eat what is seasonal. So if you're having a mango season, you eat mangoes. You living in Goa, you eat more rice and coconut, and maybe fish also if you are non-vegetarian, because that's a local produce and that's cheaper and easily available, and that's easily digestible also. So that is also one dimension about this course. And apart from that, we will find a correlation of food with the consciousness, because maybe you are pitta aggravated and the pitta aggravated diet works for you, but there are certain food items you will not want to eat or consume because you are having certain spiritual path and you don't want to increase your desire, especially passion. So obviously food really affects your mind if you don't know. So that kind of it's not too detailed. It comes more in the yogi diet, and a diet for special kind of yoga like Kundalini yoga. But we would try to help you out. We'll try to give you that particular dimension as well, that how the food can also be selected based on your aspirations, your personal goal or your ideology or your path. And apart from that, we would also cover the food which is used for detoxification. So detoxification is an elaborate separate science or treatment or therapy in Ayurveda, which is Panchkarma. I will not go on that because I required a separate video for Panchkarma, demo videos, and I'm very soon going to record benefits of Panchkarma and so that people can view and understand. So detoxification is quite elaborate and a separate issue which is in Panchkarma, but we would try to cover the aspects of the diet and nutrition where we can actually eat food to detoxify without going for Panchkarma. So basically not everybody would go to Panchkarma, but maybe you can have a herbal tea, maybe you can have something, decoctions which you can prepare easily in your home with easily available ingredients, and that could actually detoxify if you know the prescribed way to take it at a particular day of the in gaps or the time of the day. So that would really help you to detoxify your body and feel rejuvenated and recharged. So and in the end, we would also introduce certain spices. I mean, it's an online course, but I'll show the pictures and a close-up of those spices, and also post pics actually. So you're going to recognize those spices, and you would have already learned how to use them. Once again, we are not going to go detail in the kitchen pharmacy, and don't confuse it with the Ayurveda pharmacology course or herbalism, because that's a separate course and we cannot go too much in detail. We will be dealing with some home-based spices like turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and people don't recognize the importance of consuming these spices in a specific prescribed way, in a form which can work as a detoxification and detoxifying food. So we are going to guide you over there. Of course, this was like my attempt to run you through the entire course, but maybe it's not enough. So I would advise you, if you really are more curious and something I missed, then you can always send us an email, and I would try my best, and my team would try their best to send you more relevant information pertaining to your personal doubts and queries. And the most important, as I always speak about that in every orientation, that this course would be delivered through a pre-recorded videos, and the first would be orientation session, which is optional. You can go for a live orientation with me, and if you don't have scheduling issue or traveling, then we can also send you the recorded version of the orientation, and all the videos would be pre-recorded videos, and 1 or 2 sessions would be live sessions during the entire course, but you will be intimated about it. And there would also be we also post a doubt clearing session. So this is an interactive course. It's not like you are buying a course where like a product and people send you everything in one go like a package, and then you are sorted and you're not able to contact them again. So you will be in touch with me. I'm the main faculty here, so I'll be teaching you Ayurveda, diet and nutrition through my recorded tutorials. So you would have a chance to post your queries and doubts on email, and I would collect and gather those doubts, and if those doubts are pretty similar and it's pretty same, and then I would address it in one recorded video, and I would also post a recorded video in between wherever it's deemed fit for me to do. Probably we do it after the middle of the course, when people have enough doubts actually. So that is one feature which makes our course peculiar and separate from other online courses, because most of the courses, they send you correspondence material and books to study, and then there's no live interaction with the teachers and there's no connection, and of course people would have doubt and queries, and there's no way you can contact those teachers. So obviously the whole and sole purpose of learning is being defeated here, because you can buy books anyways from the market and online stores, but that doesn't actually educate you. So that is a striking feature of our online courses, and this is what we are looking forward to, improving our courses for interactive communication and engagement. There would be an evaluation and exam in the end, as it has to be, and we want to make it sure that you are following the course. And also it is very important, because if you want to proceed to the next course, then you should have your foundation of the previous course, and concepts should be clear. And if your concepts are not clear, then probably you will not be able to understand the next course which you might have enrolled, or you might be planning to enroll separately later on. So they would be normally based on the course, like basic course is just one assignment, but most of the courses would have 2 assignments which you can submit through email, and other guidelines would be sent to you. It's already on the course plan progression sheet on the website against each course description, but you can send us email if something is not clear. So you would submit the assignments in the allotted time, and then in the end there would be a live exam, oral exam, viva, of like 20-30 minutes, in which I'll be asking you questions from my tutorials, and those will be questions that will be aimed to check your understanding and comprehension of the course. And it's very easy to pass this course. I mean, if the exams which I conduct are not so tough, and I'm a little bit lenient for the online courses. In residential courses, it is a little bit more stringent evaluation, because there is a practical part also. So obviously it becomes a little bit more intense and application based for students. So this was my attempt to inform you and educate you about, give you some information about Ayurveda diet and nutrition course. It's a wonderful course, and if you really are the one who wants to heal yourself through your Ayurvedic diet and nutrition, and change your diet, consider food as your medicine, and also food as a medium to heal yourself, or maybe aid in the healing process which you're already going through, and this is definitely a course for you. If you're already integrative holistic nutritionist or a health expert, then this course might give you a lot of knowledge and perspective which you can use in your existing counseling or consultations. with your clients. And if you are just a curious, enthusiastic beginner or who would like to know about Ayurveda and just to apply those principles in your own life, then this is definitely a very good course for you. So this was it, and thanks a lot for watching this video and listening me patiently. And I hope that some of you would be inspired to join this beautiful course. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Namaste.